Hello, and welcome to Healing Conversations with Alex. I am Dr. Alex Young, and thanks for joining in. I wanted to talk about stewardship, and I'm going to borrow from the parable of the talents. But first, let me go into the definition of stewardship. I actually looked this up on Google, and this is what I found. It says stewardship refers to the careful, responsible, and ethical management of resources entrusted to one's care. It involves acting as a caretaker to preserve, protect, and sustainably use assets such as finances, property, or the natural environment for the benefit of the organization, community, or future generations. So, my question is, how well are we stewarding what God has provided to us? And how well are we stewarding what we have in our hand right now, which is part of the first question? Basically, it's important to practice stewardship. When we are blessed with many things, we do not always appreciate wholeheartedly what we have. This is often reflected in how we take care of what has been placed in our care and how we steward over it. Whether we are blessed with things, many times we don't always count how important these blessings are. Whether we have shelter, is in the form of a house, an apartment, or a room, or we have transportation in the form of a car or a bus, or money for the bus. How we take care of those things, for example, keeping your house clean, keeping your automobile clean, or providing regular maintenance on that car or that home, or how we take care of our body, how we steward our body, how we eat, how we exercise. Those are all things which are given to us that we sometimes take for granted. We take for granted sometimes our healthy body. So, in short, it is important to be faithful over what we have in our possessions. For many or the few things that we have, we must steward them well. So, let's go back to this story. This makes me think of the story of the talents, but we're going to focus on one part of it. So, Jesus told a story about the talents, about how the three servants were given different number of talents. But here's the scripture I wanted to focus on. One servant actually didn't do anything with his talent and he actually buried it. And this is the Lord's response according to Matthew 25 and 21. Well, actually, I'm sorry. This is the response to the person, the servant that was given more and he did a lot with it and he prospered it and multiplied it. And this is the response that the Lord gave him in Matthew 25 and 21. And the Lord said to him, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, and I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord." That's Matthew 25 and 21. Although this is one of the many lessons that you can get from the story of the talents that Jesus told to his disciples when he talked about the person who used and produced the most with what he had, and he didn't go and bury his talents or money that he invested, but he invested it wisely, and he was greatly honored for that. He was deemed as being a faithful servant. So, what happened to the person who had the most and he did the most with it? He was blessed with more. So go back and read the entirety of Matthew 25 and see what happened to the servant that buried what was given to him and he did nothing to multiply it. So I just want to kind of think about this a little bit. We can go back and kind of look at this. I think I might do a part two of this. But until then, I want you to kind of focus on what are you doing to steward the things that you have in your life that God has given to you. Let's meditate on this. And until next time, love, peace, and redemption.